Hey guys, it's me, Kamyla, and I'm back today with a video. This is gonna be reviewing a kind of old movie, and I watched it last night. I watched some bits of it because my battery was low and I wanted to get to the good parts of the movie, but I'm almost done watching the full thing, but I will review what I know so far of this sad but interesting movie. Now it is PG-13, but I'm 11, which I'm pretty close, 2 years away, I'm fine. So I will be telling you. I mean, when I watched it, I was really, oh my god, I was so sad. I wanted to cry so bad, and last night I watched those itty bitty bits with my friend Ariana, and we had the best time yesterday. And if you didn't get to see our funny video that we made of Truth or Dare, check that out. It's pretty funny. It's on Gymtastic Girl, so check that channel out, and make sure you hit subscribe right away on all my channels. I have Gymtastic Girl, this channel, and the Creepypasta Lover channel. I keep saying challenge. Anyway, it is PG-13. Doesn't say the rating, but I'm pretty sure it should be PG-13 because of this nonsense that's in it. I don't think they would make this a PG movie. But if you have not heard, it is called The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. I'm kind of traumatized. I'm kind of touched, and I will read the description and I will tell you my opinion, and I will review the movie. The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas is a fictional story. Okay, thank God it's fictional. Story that offers a unique perspective on how they have some big words here. Prejudice, I think. Prejudice, hatred, and violence affect innocent people, particularly children during wartime, through the lens of an 8-year-old boy largely shielded from the reality of World War II. We witness a forbidden friendship that forms between Bruno, the son of a Nazi commandant, and Shmuel, a Jewish boy held captive in a concentration camp. Though the two are separated physically by a barbed wire fence, their lives become I told you there are big words in here. Inescapably, I think. Intertwined. The imagined story of Bruno and Shmuel sheds light on the brutality, senselessness, and devastating consequences of war from an unusual point of view. Together, their tragic journey helps recall the millions of innocent victims of the Holocaust. Now, I read this really good book called Number the Stars, and it was about the Jewish and the Holocaust and all of the Nazis and stuff. So make sure you check out Number the Stars. Now, if you're here watching this video and you've never watched this movie, I'm about to give some spoiler alerts out, so if you are not the type of person that likes spoiler alerts, you might want to go. So, even though it's not a new movie and it came out in 2008, I was too young to watch it back then. I was about 4 years old and I couldn't watch it. So apparently, nowadays, us curious children go yada yada yada, and we go on the internet and we search up blah blah blah, and then we end up doing some crazy stuff we kind of regret, and I've done that before, but this isn't something I would regret. This is something that I will kind of cherish forever in my heart and remember, but thank God it is fictional. But this stuff probably even happened back then in World War II, so we never know. So, in the end, which is the saddest part of the movie, I'm watching Pink Panther too, but in the end, the saddest part of the movie is, well, I'm going to kind of start from the beginning. This is towards the middle, but there's these two chimneys that Bruno notices, and he notices the camp from his bedroom. They moved to a new house, so they were in an old house, and they moved because his father got a promotion. And basically, when someone gets a promotion, over here, okay. When someone gets a promotion, sorry guys. When someone gets a promotion, it's like a better job, a better stage of that job or something. And basically, Bruno's father got that, and he was the leader of that concentration camp. He took the place of the other leader, and now he is the leader. I have some Nutella right there. Anyway, so after that, they basically moved, and he got the room that was facing the back of the house, which was like kind of like trees. It was like the woods, but it was not really the woods, I'd say. And then they get back to that barbed wire fence like they were talking about in the description, and he meets Shmuel, and he's wearing blue and white striped pajamas, and it has a number like right about here, yeah. And he asks him, why do you guys have numbers? Is it a game? Are you guys playing? How many friends do you have over there? He asks him all of these questions, but he doesn't know he's kind of a Jewish prisoner. He doesn't know that he's being held captive there. And he tells them it's not a game. Because to Bruno, he thinks it's a farm. He thinks it's a farm full of farmers and stuff. He has one of those Jewish prisoners in his house working, peeling potatoes, and his name is Pavel. He helped him when he scraped his knee off of the tire swing. You guys have to watch the movie. It's on Netflix. So he basically kind of they get to know each other day by day, and he would usually bring food for Shmuel. He would bring checkers, and they would play checkers, and like Shmuel would tell him where to put where he they would play checkers together, and every time Shmuel had wanted to use one of his moves, which he was on the other side of the fence, and it was barbed wire, it would like zap him right in the arm if he tried to, and he couldn't do that. So every time he wanted to play, Bruno had to do everything. He would have to play for Shmuel, play for himself. And then one day, Bruno got so scared because he found out that Shmuel was in his house doing the dishes. Well, he was kind of wiping the dishes with a towel, and he found him in the room, and he said, "Shmuel, what are you doing here? I was on my way to see you again. It's 12 o'clock. And he said, they let me in here so I could help with the dishes. And then there was like snacks on the other side of the table, like some pastries, and I'm summarizing the whole thing. And then Bruno went over there and he got one. He said, "Do you want one?" He said, and then Shmuel nodded his head. Yes, of course, the poor thing would be hungry because they probably don't feed him over there anyways. And then he got in there, and basically he took the pastry for him, gave it to him. He ate it, and the Nazi soldier came in, and he said, "Are you talking to the boy who lives in this house?" And he's all like, and he saw him chewing, and he said, "Are you eating?" And then he didn't answer, and then he yelled at him with so much, it was scary. It scared me even. The poor thing. He was 8 years old. And he yelled at him, "Are you eating?" He's all like, and then he said, "Where'd you get the pastry from then?" And then he said, "He gave it to me." "Did you give the pastry to this Jew?" He said, no, I don't know him. He took it. And he betrayed him like that, kind of. And then Bruno was taken out of the room, and the soldier said, do you know what happens to little boys who take, like, I don't know, he said something like that. And then, look, I'm so scared. And then he told him, and then the next day he went to the other side of the fence to check on Shmuel, and when Shmuel looked up, because he was like facing down like this, when he looked up, he had a black eye. Then he said, what happened? And I think he said, and then he said, I think, like he said, they hit me. I have 5 more minutes to make this video. Okay, I'm gonna hurry up. And then, they said, I can't find my papa. They can't find Papa anywhere. And then, as I said, there was a weird smell coming from these chimneys that were right close to the camp. And no one knew what the horrid smell was. And it's been going on for like a couple days. And then he said, I also have bad news. I'm moving tomorrow after supper. And I forgot to tell you guys that his mom talked to him about it. Because it's an unsafe place for a child to live in for him to grow up. But then he had an idea, and when they said the bad news, he said, hey, I could dig a hole under this barbed wire fence, and I can go over to the camp with you. And then he said, okay, I'll go get you the pajamas and the boots. But you're going to need to shave your hair off, because Shmuel didn't have hair, so they wore hats or they were bald. So, like, when they wore hats, they were still bald anyway. But he said, just wear a hat over it. And then the next day, they came in. He had a shovel. They changed and stuff, and he threw his clothes on the ground. And it was about to rain, thunder and stuff, and he dug the hole. Then they ran together when they blew the whistle. But then they had and then his family was looking for Bruno. They couldn't find him anywhere. Then his dad went looking for him around the camp, and all the Jewish prisoners were forced to go inside of one hut, take off all their clothes, and then, well, they were walking to the hut. They took off all their clothes, and they were inside of this hut-ish thing or something, and his mom and his father looked everywhere. They were all inside of there. Bruno held Shmuel's hand, and they looked up, and a guy opened the tank and put like ash or something inside, something for it to burn. He closed it, and they burned them alive, all of those Jews. And Pavel, the one who helped him with his knee, he also was in there. So then his father yelled, Bruno, very loud. And then his mom heard, she saw the clothes, and she started crying, and it was like raining, and she saw the hole that was dug up. That was the end of the movie. And then it showed all of their clothes hanging and thrown on the floor, and yeah. It's a very sad movie, but you should definitely check it out. It's really heartwarming, and it'll really touch you. Anyway, I will see if I will post a video in a little bit for creepypastas. And if you didn't get to just see the other video, I think me and Ariana, we talked about our favorite, our top 5 creepypastas. I don't know if I uploaded it. No, I didn't upload it because it wouldn't upload because my tablet kept turning off. But you know what? Anyway, I have to get going. My time's almost up to film. So I will see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Happy Easter. If not, Happy Easter.